Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play the Thaumaturge Blind. I'm your host, Lisanne Faye, and today, well, actually, I'm gonna make sure I don't have anything related to this in here. No. Okay. Okay, let's go pick up some donuts. Alright, down we go. And up the road. Not very far. Hello.
It smells so nice in here. Is that vanilla?
Vanilla, raisins, butter, sugar, and some more butter. You're in heaven. Can I help you?
Mrs. Jagoda, it's me, Wiktor.
I can't believe my eyes.
Oh, yay.
Little Wiktor. Oh, my, how you've grown and how handsome you've become. Where is that little cherub who would stand in front of the display, staring at pastries?
He probably still does. Or, no, I guess. Doesn't he?
That gluten is still here. I can't forget your cream pie with cherries. I've been
He would have
dreaming
said cherry.
about
That
it
was
for
gonna be my other
15
guess.
years.
You see, my lovely, the trick is quite simple. It's just a little butter, about 3 packs of...
Excuse me? I'm waiting for my order here.
No reason to be angry, darling. Just wait a moment. My daughter is taking the fruitcake out of the oven now. It will be hot.
With raisins and orange peel? I'll wait then.
Lovely clientele.
Are you sure you're not a thaumaturge?
Let that be my sweet secret.
Fair.
I'd like to collect Ligia Shurska's order.
Of course. Give her my best. And don't hesitate to stop by for a little snack from time to time. Have a nice day.
Will do.
I take the donuts and don't ask awkward questions. Have a nice day.
Interesting. Alright, wait until the afternoon lecture.
Let's wait.
We are...
Let's wait until...
2?
So, let's kill some time.
Guess it's morning. Hopefully I don't need... Bigot's Diary. Warsaw is sinking further and further into the depths of moral decay. Every passing year, streets that were once inhabited by modest and pious families are now turning into a hotbed of the worst individuals. For example, my neighbor, dear Mrs. S., told me about a woman who rents an apartment in a tenement house on 7... not gonna try. She's an opera artist who is visited by many rich men. She has an abundance of gowns and lavish furnishings in her apartment. Recently, one of her many patrons took her on a foreign trip to Japan. Her ilk ought to be ashamed to show their faces in public. Wow. It looks looks as if it fell out due to repeated violent turning. The content suggests that an opera artist who is famous for her love of foreign travel resides here. Okay. Excuse me? Legia, I've arrived.
Mr. Shulsky, I presume.
What gave me away?
Your resemblance to Ligia. And the book at your waist. That's an interesting way of sewing up the binding. Let me take your coat. The lecture has already started. Follow the corridor.
Thank you. Thurgism in architecture.
The professor has already made a judgment.
Warsaw.
A change for the better? Surprising in this town.
Come on.
Inequality between the sexes is a real problem that keeps society in economic stagnation. No wonder if half of population cannot take up a job or are not adequately remunerated for their work. We want to study, work, make our own choices. We want all of our lives.
Ligia, I'd love to see you on the faculty. You must agree.
There you are. Samuel, Cecilia, I'd like you to meet my brother.
Mr. Shulsky? The Wiktor Shulsky? The Thaumaturge?
Yes.
Yes, madam. It is I.
Oh, I need to talk to you about Thaumaturge. Ligia has told me a lot about you. I've been interested in
Hopefully
it
good thing.
ever since I was a child, although, sadly, I was not blessed with power.
Sadly, is not a word I would use.
Mr. Shulsky, welcome to the Flying University.
What has Legia said about me?
I'm afraid to ask what my sister has told you.
Nothing but the truth, albeit not all. We are a civilized people, after all.
I'm interested in stories about Thaumaturge. I find it fascinating.
Do you teach Thaumaturge here? I've heard that it's becoming popular in Paris.
In our academic circles, hardly anyone shares my interest.
We've already talked about it. With such a limited amount of sources, there's not much we can do.
That's why we should use the knowledge of someone who traveled half the world to learn the tricks of the trade.
I'm afraid you overestimate me.
Just a bit.
Please, do tell us about your travels.
Let's change the subject.
Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
The university is an interesting venture. Where did you get the idea?
Out of necessity. The occupiers control all the academies. They don't allow women to study and don't care about the level of education. And the future Poland will need an intellectual elite.
Not gonna point that out. What about the name?
Where does the university's name come from?
For obvious reasons, we don't have a permanent residence. Our academy is constantly flying between the apartments of people willing to host us.
Some also mockingly say we are a childlike and girlish university, as the university was created with women in mind.
But the mockery will soon end because our graduates have already started scientific careers abroad.
Are there any known names among the graduates?
Mrs. Skłodowska-Curie, for instance.
Our Nobel Prize winner.
Okay.
Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
The lecture.
Congratulations, Professor. You did great.
I did. And what did you like the most?
I missed the beginning.
I only got there at the end, but what I heard sounded competent. You know that science is your domain, not mine. Still, it doesn't change the fact I'm very proud of you.
All right.
I'll take a look around the room.
Mr. Shulsky, we must talk. It's important. Please find me later.
Okay.
Oh, I think you'll find that the catering tables aren't the only place you'll find something sweet.
Give me a break.
Indeed.
Only if you brought some donuts.
I did.
I did. I know one should not stand between you and sugar.
You're speaking words of wisdom, brother.
Then I will leave you as well. Mr. Shulsky, please meet our students.
Indeed.
I also write term papers for the principal school students. Would you like some work? Excuse me, and you are...
Wiktor Szulski.
You are Lygia's brother?
Yep.
It's great that you came to your sister's lecture. Not all of us have that kind of support.
Yeah,
What
sure.
do you mean?
My brother. He thinks an educated woman is a disgrace to her family. If he knew I studied, he'd beat me until I was bleeding.
We all take some risk. Well, maybe everyone except Polina.
What do you mean?
She's Russian, and I'm sure she'll bring the police down on us. I don't know why Dickstein trusts her.
Don't waste your breath. Better have an eclair.
Good to know. Yay. And what's in here? Ante Inferno. Yeah, cool. Alright. Cecilia?
You wanted to talk to me?
I've got a whole bunch of questions, and I really hope you can answer them.
I'll attempt
Check
to.
your enthusiasm, please. You and your dress take all of our oxygen.
Lucrezia, only feeble men are afraid to be inquisitive, and the Thaumaturge cannot be feeble. The power you possess meddles with the very fabric of reality and the most subtle aspect of human psyche. It is...
Overrated at the best and made up at worst.
I think we haven't been taking swings at people lately.
I share your admiration for Thaumaturge.
Too bad people are too ignorant to appreciate it. Hopefully, that will change.
The bookseller went mad. Help!
What?
Is that your doing?
No.
Now you believe in Thaumaturge?
Mr. Shulsky, please don't mind her. Let's go, they might need you.
This is tragic. I need to yell about it. Thieves!
What?
This is an outrage.
Calm down. We can sort it out.
You can't tell me what to do. This is an outrage.
Calm down. We can sort it out.
Alright.
Do not tell me what to do. It is definitely the time to be nervous.
I'm just
What's
saying we
missing?
can look together. It might be a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? It's a theft. You! I bet you did it.
Really? What are you talking about?
What happened?
The first edition of A Nation Tale is gone. My beloved game exposed to sunshine. Master, greasy fingers.
Oh, what a horrible tragedy.
You can't treat
Oh
me
my
like
God.
that. Nobody leaves this place. Either I get my book back or I'm calling the police.
What do you mean? I can't stay here any longer.
Antoni, do not threaten my students.
They are not students. They're animals.
Mr. Shulsky can find your book.
Yeah, sure. I'll be a little prideful with that.
Yes, I can do that.
Really? And then can you bring eternal misery upon the thief?
I can, but will I? That's a different question. But I think it would placate him.
Of course. What is it exactly that you want?
I want him to get blotches on the soles of his feet.
Done.
Good heavens.
Mr. Shulsky, please, stop joking. We'd be grateful if you could find the book.
Yep, sure. Let me investigate. The owner has closed off the premises and is threatening to call the police unless his lost property is found quickly. So we have broken cup belonging to the bookseller. Pieces of china tremble like a heart gripped by fear. You can hear the quiet trepidation about the torn pages, the stained cover, and the cracked spine of this small miracle that Parvinis simply call a book. A miracle that has been stolen may never be recovered ever. Okay, the empty display case. The thief's feelings are reflected in the clear glass of the display case. Like the carelessness of a clown, the excitement of a rope dancer before his first steps into the void. Feelings sparkle with lightheartedness, and a conscience is clean as freshly laundered linens. After all, everything is just an innocent prank. Alright. Let's start with you, Mr. Dickstein.
Can I help you?
Do you have any suspicions regarding the stolen volume?
I don't believe any of the students could do it. It must be a misunderstanding. I hope you manage to get to the bottom of it.
Me too.
Tell me about Lygia's studies.
Your sister has an extraordinary mind. She's one of our most gifted graduates, and I hope she will join our teaching staff after this lecture. Her arguments are bold and accurate, untainted by social restraints. Oh, and her charisma.
Indeed, you are impressed.
Is there anything else you want to ask?
Okay. Nope.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Alright. Paulina.
I was instructed to become acquainted with your lot. Wiktor Shulsky, nice to meet you.
I don't know if talking to me is the best choice.
Oh.
Polina Nikolaevna Gavrilov.
Seems you're not very popular among your colleagues.
What did I tell you? That I cast spells to make their pants leak and their ties run?
Why don't they like you?
Because I'm Russian, and every Ruski is an enemy, right?
Is that true? Probably. 3,
My mother is Russian, so my perspective is different.
I understand the political situation. I was born in Warsaw. I love this city.
Okay, cool.
Why did you decide to go to the university?
What are you
I
studying?
don't want to waste my intellect on throwing parties and picking the perfect hat.
And what do you want?
To study law at the Sorbonne. You think it's funny?
No, it's just that my mother wanted me to study law in Paris. But I prefer to travel.
My mother keeps trying to talk me into traveling.
Well,
Apparently, that's the way to find a husband.
alright,
Who do you think is behind stealing that book?
I can't believe that it might be one of us. After all, we all love books.
That sounds like the perfect motive.
Indeed. If I were to steal, I would rob antiquarian bookshops. But it wasn't me.
okay. I
I'll be
believe
off now.
you. I guess. But, or I don't have the evidence to confront you. Okay, can't go in there. Okay, got some flowers. Brought in by the thief. The lockpick is covered with blots of feverish thoughts. Oh, lockpick in a flower pot. I see. Sloppy as a child's handwriting. There was no time. Someone could see. Point the finger. Catch him in the act. Catch the thief. The flower pot was close and seemed a reasonable solution. Almost. Alright, yeah.
What's up, Sherlock? Mystery solved?
You're as happy as a child on Christmas Day.
I like to watch you do something with passion.
Well,
So you're on first name terms with Samuel, huh? How did that happen?
Everyone's on first name terms with everyone else here.
Somehow, I haven't noticed him giving any other student that much attention.
Watch it. You're going to get it.
okay.
How did you happen to start studying?
I was helping Dad with business and I was doing fine. So he encouraged me to apply.
Fair.
It's the least he could do for you.
Okay. Alright. Mention.
Who do you think could have taken the book?
I have no idea. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
You're way too enthusiastic. How many sweets have you had?
Don't even ask.
Alright. Let's
I'll
leave.
be off now.
Okay. Says I should go back to talking to him.
You don't understand. I want to leave.
And I want my volume to be in my display case. Maybe you're the one who has it.
I'm not a thief, and I don't have to explain myself.
Why do you want to leave right now?
I told my parents I was going to church. If I'm not back on time, they'll start to look for me, and I'll be in trouble. Please help me.
You can help by searching this young lady.
I know subtler ways. Could you give me a personal item, please? No, she's not the one who stole the book. The trace doesn't match.
How do you know?
The student didn't steal the volume. The trace on her powder box is velvety and tastes of iron, as if an unbreakable character was hidden beneath a delicate beauty, completely incompatible with the one imprinted on the lockpick. Wiktor, I feel both of these are really kind of prideful answers.
There's no trace of the thief on this item. That lady did not steal the book.
I see. I can't open the door, but I can help you with your parents. I know what it's like when your loved ones don't understand your passion for books.
I see. Thank you for your help.
Mr. Szulski, there are guest coats in the wardrobe. I will let you in there if it helps you to catch that degenerate.
That might be helpful.
Indeed.
Then follow me, please.
Alright, coat closet. Well, I would follow you, but... Okay. A men's coat. The coat's pocket is full of worries, pushed away out of thought's reach. They're gray and dull, like the lockpick found in the flower pot. They whisper of the punishment that will befall the son for taking his father's locksmithing tools, about the consequences of a prank that will turn into trouble. Okay. Trace unknown. An elegant coat boasts above others, like a flower among the weeds. Radiates red pride, spreads the sense of splendor, and tempts with the taste of sweetness. Only a small thread at the collar trembles with uncertainty. Will the effort be noticed by the one for whom it was made? And a large woman's coat. The fibers of the coat spin and weave into an intricate embroidery of sorrow and bitterness. The accusation of an affair weighs down on the fabric and creates deep wrinkles on its surface. The explanation disappears like a soap bubble. She cannot confess. The university must remain secret. Alright. Yes.
And? Have you found anything?
Maybe, although I still need some information.
Well, what are you waiting for? Fire away!
Shoot. Which... I think it was shabby.
I found a men's coat in the wardrobe. One with embroidered initials and wooden buttons. Do you remember who it belongs to?
With a worn-out collar and elbow patches? That's Waldemar's coat.
You have good memory.
Which you are using in a ridiculous way. Why don't you look for the degenerate?
The large coat belongs to Miss Lucrezia, I presume. The one with the satin lining?
Yeah, no doubt. But I don't know why you're wasting your time on these.
Okay.
Thank you. That was very helpful.
I will wait for the results, then.
Okay. Valdemar. The antiquarian is convinced that the worn coat belongs to Valdemar. It's time to expose the thief. It was Valdemar who stole the volume. He had no trouble opening the display case, being the son of a locksmith. He knows his way around locks. However, it seems that his intentions weren't entirely bad. He thought the theft would be an innocent prank, but in the end ended up causing quite a commotion. Alright.
A grey coat with embroidered initials and wooden buttons. It belongs to you, doesn't it?
Why do you ask?
I think it belongs to the thief.
What? No, I don't wear a coat.
It's September.
I like the cold, and that is not a crime. Leave me alone.
Alright. Well, Valdemar claims he is not the thief, however the evidence leaves no doubt. I'm sure that if I play it right, Valdemar's thoughts will reveal all his sins.
Here, I found your book. And what's this? I hope you will find my little plot amusing. The city must recognize the power of thaumaturgy. Enjoy your show. You have earned it.
What?
Cecilia. I should return the volume. The bookseller will finally calm down. And then I will have a talk with the author of this letter.
Indeed. Okay. Alright. A thought wanders across the note. Playful as a young woman on a summer's eve, she considers all the scenarios, makes plans, and selects tools, all to make the right impression on him. Okay, draw a conclusion. I found the volume. A letter fell out of it, written by Cecilia. The intrigue was planned. I don't like to be a tool of other people's games. I should talk to her. Alright. Return the volume to the bookseller.
Here is your volume.
You came back to me, safe and sound. Praise the Lord.
I hope it was all just a mistake.
No, it was planned.
That was obvious. How did you find the book?
Yeah, sure.
The book was in the bedroom, under the bed.
What a captivating display of power. Shame there wasn't a missing sock there too. Now that would be a discovery.
Don't be sarcastic. It's the potential that matters.
What matters is who is responsible for that mess. Please, don't keep us in suspense.
Oh, but I want to.
I found the lockpicks that the thief used to open the display case. They were marked with this trace.
And that is how you determined his identity? What an exceptional display of thaumaturgy.
As impressive as conjuring up ghosts at a seance.
I would like to see you say that to Madame Samira.
Of course you know each other. You both prey on people's gullibility.
I could humiliate her. Because I think that's what this is indicating. This is probably about the right place. Yeah.
Consider this a thaumaturgical display. Before you left the house, you had an argument with your husband. He thinks you are having an affair, while in reality, you sneak out to the university. Do you find that convincing?
How dare you? These are private matters and should not be discussed in public.
You ask for it.
Stop, both of you. Please tell us who took the book from the display case.
All right.
The plot might not be too original, but it was certainly planned.
You might be missing the big picture.
Start with
The one
Valdemar.
responsible for stealing the book is Valdemar. He used his father's lockpicks and hid the book under the bed.
Valdemar? How could you?
What a disappointment.
Oh, don't be like
The
that.
boy stole the book at Cecilia's request. She talked him into it.
It's impossible. Valdemar?
It's true, Mr. President. Cecilia said it would be a joke.
Do you understand what kind of situation this puts me in? How this affects our reputation?
I'm sorry, but it was necessary. I had my reasons.
We'll go with the first one.
What reasons?
Nobody treats Thaumaturge like a real science. I had to show its potential. Show what you're capable of.
That's enough! That is no excuse. I will talk to you in a minute. Leave us alone.
You know I was right.
I'm sorry you were used like that.
Be gracious.
Thank you.
Be gracious.
Honestly, I don't
Yeah.
like being led by the nose.
I understand. Cecilia's methods are disgraceful, but she does have a point. A lecture by a Thaumaturge would enrich our academy. Please, consider it an offer.
I will think about it.
Alright, cool. Ooh. Oh, no. That's downstairs. Alright. Lygia is gone. Alright. Oh, okay. Yes, okay, cool. Oh, what was...
That wasn't too hard.
Geometry handbook. It's a good thing geometry exists, an ideal that bitter words can't destroy. Although his parents are clipping his wings, he believes he will be a great mathematician one day and find his safe haven among the perfect rhombuses, soothing circles, and friendly trapezoids. Longing for dreams, daydreaming, wishing for what was out of reach. Fallard died with synthetic Mulvine will enliven the silhouette. New era is coming. A man no longer needs to dress modestly. Really, there's more. Letter and invitation. It is my pleasure to invite you to a party where the secret of incense will mingle with the aroma of turmeric and cardamom. Sumptuous bedding under silk canopies and the beauty of exotic dancers await you. You will have the opportunity to taste forbidden delights during the evening. Come as usual to the gates of Sesame to have them open for you. Simply say the password Kubla Khan. Is at night. Okay. It still splits. Come evening, take the package to the apartment at 15. Deliver it directly to the butler's hands, no one else. Do not open on pain of punishment. The gray paper smells of fear and vigilance. The cord around the package was tied by skilled hands, which carried the faint pulse of stress. What if this time the package falls into the wrong hands? What do we have here? Photograph shows a woman in lingerie tying her corset. Caption, Lady Dragonfly. Right. Isn't it at night? Advertisement, extremely popular with music lovers. Partly damaged brochure. Lady Dragonfly Cupping, you'll experience true sensual delight in an exotic ritual. Some of the words are blurred.
Secrets? Not on my watch.
A luxury courtesan who's fond of traveling She offers her clients an extraordinary experience during a ceremony that coddles the senses. Alright. This one I can access at this time of day. Up here. Ah, yes, it is. Cool. True bliss. It wasn't what I expected, but I must admit that Japanese tea is without equals. Ah, neat.
Yes, sir.
Alright, well, I think this is a good place for me to go ahead and end this episode. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in, and in the meantime, in between time, take care, have fun, and happy trails.